Welcome back to the channel, my friends. Warhammer Man Studios. I'm Warhammer Man, and today we're taking a look at the Dawnbringer Crusade for Age of Sigmar. This video is sponsored by CMO Games. More on that later. 4 warriors of grim portent usher in Dawnbringers, the next chapter of Age of Sigmar. The aetheric howl of Gur has flooded the mortal realms with savage warlust and barbarous slaughter. The echoing beats of Great Stomp pulse in the souls of all things, turning ordinary mortals into feral savages, awakening spirits of bestial magic, and goading creatures great and small to wanton acts of rampage. Faced with the primal whirlwind, the Dawnbringer Crusades sally out to reconquer the lands lost to chaos and stake their claim in Sigmar's name. In Hammerhall, a Dawnbringer Crusade of staggering vision prepares to leave to 2 great gates of the twin-tailed city, kicking off a new campaign series for Warhammer Age of Sigmar, Dawnbringers. And there is a little video if you want to check that out. Dawnbringer Book 1, Harbingers, kicks off the series, which will offer support for all 4 grand alliances. It introduces the colossal twin-tailed crusade, a multi-pronged expedition that's preparing to depart across Ashqui and Giran at once. This campaign series will follow both crusades and their respective fates alongside new background information and rules for Warhammer Age of Sigmar games. So Book 1 Harbingers, very cool cover right here. Harbingers takes its name from the 4 heralds of the province who rise to prominence in the early days of the twin-tailed crusade, each leading a warband devoted to followers. Plugoth the Miser, Harbinger of Decay. And again, there is a little video for each of them if you want to go check those out as well. From a pus-colored haze ride the Harbingers of Decay, envoys of entropy mounted on cadaverous steeds, hooves tapping out a terminal tattoo. These pestilent prophets divine Nurgle's will from the spread of disease through the bodies and societies alike, dour and humorless. In contrast to the grandfather's usual joyful entourage, they lead Rotbringer cohorts known as Shudderhoods, joylessly committed to undertaking unholy labors in the Plague Lord's name. So I gotta say right off the bat, this dude is awesome. I like everything from the actual texturing and cool little stuff going on the base, all the way up to the actual model. The way that they have used textures on this model is absolutely phenomenal. Everything from the actual kind of rotting flesh of the horse itself, the various different cloths, chainmail, the wood of the shield, the leather of the straps. You can look right at this thing and see all of the different textures. We see a couple of different variant options as far as the head and the weapon are concerned, both of which are very cool. I have to say, this model is absolutely beautiful in the most nurgly of ways. Alright, and next we have Sir Jaren, the Marrowscroll Heralds, an inspiring warrior envoys, draped in fine robes and bearing elegantly worded missives. At least that's how they appear to the deluded eyes of the grizzle-chewing ghoul peasants that make up the flesh-eater courts. To everyone else, the heralds are hunched, sinewy creatures, robed in flayed flesh. These scabrous delegates somehow act as vectors for the madness of the Carrion Kingdoms, spreading and magnifying the delusions that drive them. Rumors abound that the morbid messengers may even serve an ominous higher power. So cool new herald for the flesh-eater courts. It's got a lot of details to it and a unique look. Still has kind of that human-esque thing going on, but also definitely ghoulish in nature. So pretty neat and well executed. Alright, and next we have Fiori, a Grimhold Exile, is a rare sight even amongst the blood-minded and death-defiant fyreslayers, the sole survivor of a fallen magmahold, carrying with them the traditions and vengeful spirit of their lost home. These avatars of retribution wield weapons imbued with their magmahold's portion of the Zarkul, the legendary master flame ignited in the moment of Grimnir's death. Some seek to establish a new magmahold around their holy flame, while others undertake quests whispered to them by Zarkul. Regardless of their purpose, these grim and superlative warriors will meet any foe in battle. So really cool. I do like the hammers, a little different than the axes we're usually seeing with the fyreslayers. They've got the cool little flame kind of coming out of them and everything. The pose is pretty neat too, kind of running and jumping off of a piece of stone. I do have to say though, that this is definitely the biggest disappointment. I really would have expected them to just do something different. And the Fyreslayers model range is very limited. They do have quite a few characters, but the majority of them are foot characters. And honestly, if you ask me one thing that the fyreslayers do not need under any circumstances, I would have said another foot character. Now, maybe the pose of the model is going to change how they operate in the game. Maybe this guy is going to be super fast and super nimble and not your typical fyreslayers dwarf foot character. But honestly, I doubt it. I would have really liked to see just any form of mounted unit. If they could have come up with a little bit smaller of a like fire lizard type thing he could be riding on or something different, that would have been great. Obviously they didn't. They thought the fyreslayers needed one more foot hero, and maybe this one is going to be completely different and super cool. I do really like the model, but as far as actual selection for the army and its composition, I think this is a complete mess. All right, and next we have Braggett Big Talka, the Rabble Rowza. Most Grots are known for being garrulous gits, especially when there's trouble to talk their way out of. But the Rabble Rowza are especially effusive, and go to war armed with the gift of gab. Attended by a swarm of bat squigs and clad in suitably intimidating squig skull headgear, these loquacious loonies bellow commands at surprising volumes, provoking even the laziest Troggoth to shake off its torpor. A ranting Rabble Rowza can gather great hordes of agitated cave critters that flood from the tunnels, kickstanding a deluge of destruction that spells doom for all in its path. So I do like this guy. Pretty cool model here. Always nice to see some different little squig models incorporated. I do like the little bat squigs, and I do like his squig skull helmet as well. Pretty neat. Gotta give it to Games Workshop on all four of these characters. Definitely have some awesome stuff coming out here. Now a quick message from today's sponsor. CMO Games has been selling Games Workshop products online for over 20 years. They carry the full line of Games Workshop products, including Warhammer 40,000, Age of Sigmar, Necromunda, Blood Bowl, paint tools, and more. Almost all Games Workshop products are priced at 15% off MSRP. CMO Games takes pre-orders for most Games Workshop products released at their earliest date possible. 12:01 a.m. on Saturday, they go live. Most of these pre-order products are also priced at 15% off MSRP. CMO Games offer free shipping in the US 48 with an order of $50 or more. Their customer service is top-notch, and they ship most orders within 24 hours. Visit CMOGames.com using the affiliate link in the description and let them know that you heard about CMO Games from Warhammer Man. Now, back to the video. Dawnbringer Book 1, Harbingers, tracks the stories of 4 particular heralds as they clash in the wilds of Ashby and Gairan. Alongside all that lore, you'll get rules for these 4 new heroes, each of which can be taken as part of a unique regiment of renown, led by the herald from the narrative. Plus, there's a new Path to Glory battle pack with new quests, territory rules, veteran abilities, and 6 battle plans. So very cool. And then obviously we see that these are going to be offered in the Regiments of Renown. I suspect Games Workshop is going to be releasing each of the individual characters only in the Regiments of Renown at first, and then later on will be released individually. So here we can see those 4 Regiments of Renown. And we'll go through and do a full breakdown for each of these. So here we see the Maggotkin of Nurgle. And then next we have the Flesh Eater Courts. And here we see the Fyreslayers as well. And all of these look really cool. And then finally we have the Gloomspike Gits. And perhaps now we know the reason that Goblapalooza has been out of stock for months. Not only the brand new codex, but they have used them all to pack full of these Regiments of Renown. So we don't know exactly when they're coming, but super exciting. We can see here that Games Workshop has laid out the Battle Tome and Supplement Roadmap of 2023. So summer, we see the Seraphon Battle Tome. So the official Battle Tome will be released at a later date. Obviously now it's only available in the Special Edition launch box. And then we can see Book 1, Harbingers. And then we have a new General's Handbook for summer as well, as we move into a new season. And then we'll see come autumn that we actually have the Cities of Sigmar Battle Tome coming out. And I do suspect there will be a launch box along with that one, as that is long awaited and super exciting. They're really doing a nice range refresh on them. So I do think that's going to be a big event. And then next we see Dawnbringer's Book 2 in autumn and also Book 3 in autumn. And then going into winter, we have one more Order Battle Tome, which if I'm not mistaken, they already did all of the Order Battle Tomes. So I'm actually not sure about that one. You guys will have to chime in and let me know. So I'm really not sure about that one. And then we see obviously Book 4 as well. And then realistically, that's probably going to be around the wrap for this edition. So Games Workshop is running about a 3-year time horizon on these things. And by that time, we're probably going to be coming up on about 3 years. So that may be the end of the edition. So yeah, very cool. Lots of exciting stuff coming for Sigmar. Let me know what you're most excited about. Are you already salivating over these characters? Are you looking forward to the lore and narrative campaigns? Are you really just holding out, waiting for the Cities of Sigmar Battletome and new models? Always like to hear back from you guys in the comments. Special thanks to CMO Games for sponsoring the video. Check them out to save 15% on Games Workshop. That's it for today. Warhammer Man Studios. I'm Warhammer Man, and I think I want all the new characters. And I'm out of here.